Your dog pulled a move today that went right over your head. Experts say it was a pointed message meant just for you, yet you didn't even notice. Hit subscribe now, because these insights are about to flip your perspective on your pet forever. 16 habits. 16 hidden truths your pup has been screaming for a lifetime. We'll start with a daily ritual that nearly everyone interprets the wrong way. Number 1. Why the foot obsession? They skip the sofa and the rug just to park themselves right on your skin. Scent marking they're human. That precise location isn't an accident. To a nose 100,000 times stronger than ours, your feet are a concentrated scent cocktail. Think of your feet as a scent tower. Parking there isn't just about finding some body heat. They are literally soaking in your essence. But there is a hidden chemical layer too. Touching a person they trust floods their system with a rush of oxytocin. It is the exact same oxytocin surge that bonds a new mother to her tiny infant. You are their biological sanctuary of peace. If they press down harder when guests arrive, they are making a bold statement. They're telling the world, this human belongs to me, so stay back. Keep that in mind, because every weird thing they do stems from the secret language of trust. 2. What's with the growling when you nudge them awake? This reaction terrifies owners, yet it's the most tragic misunderstanding in our shared history. Here is the science. During deep rest, the brain's threat detector basically flips the breaker and goes dark. If you nudge a sleeping dog, their primal brainstem reacts before their conscious mind even wakes. That noise isn't for you. They don't even realize who you are yet. Give it 2 seconds and watch the shift. The tail thumps and those eyes go soft. That little nose poke is just their waking brain finally realizing it was only you. Getting angry at this reaction is actually one of the worst mistakes a pet owner can make. You aren't teaching manners. You're just convincing them that napping near you is a hazard. Use your voice first and let them drift back to reality. The growling stops naturally. 3. Why is your pup snacking on soil? Hold the laughter, because this next behavior might change how you view their dinner bowl. Geophagy eating dirt is a survival tactic seen in wolves and elephants, not just some random quirk. Soil is packed with zinc, iron, and calcium, stuff that usually goes missing in standard kibble. Your dog isn't broken. They are just following a precise internal biological roadmap. Clay-filled earth offers unique, natural cleansing powers. It binds to stomach irritants in much the same way medical-grade activated charcoal works. Expecting dogs might chew on drywall because the plaster hits a very specific calcium craving. Run a blood panel before you stop them. If their blood work looks clean, then we start talking about a simple lack of mental engagement. A bored pup will invent its own job, but always rule out nutritional gaps before anything else. Just 3 tips in, and things are getting way more technical. Stick around. 4. Why does your dog sneeze during a wrestling match? That fake sneeze in the middle of a wrestling match is actually a deliberate signal. Scientists define this specific behavior as a meta-signal. Think of it as a social disclaimer that changes the meaning of everything they do next. It means the snarling and the nipping is just for show. We are still friends. Lacking this cue, intense playing can quickly turn into a real fight. The brain doesn't always know if it's a real fight or just a game without a specific signal. That quick sneeze is the reset button. Science suggests that dogs who do this often are actually more emotionally gifted and far better at keeping the social peace. Give a little sneeze back. Just see how they react. Their response reveals more about your connection than any other trick. Number 5. Why won't they eat unless you're right there? That bowl has been sitting untouched for an hour. They're starving, yet they wait for you to arrive. This is ancient pack logic, buried deep in their DNA. Out in the wild, dining alone is a death sentence. You're wide open, distracted, and completely vulnerable. A meal is a group ritual built on rank and safety. Your pet isn't just asking for permission to eat. They're hiring a bodyguard. They need a lookout while their head is down in the bowl. Being there does more than give the okay. It flips a biological switch that makes eating feel safe. Here's the catch. A dog hooked on your presence can panic and stop eating when you're away. If that's your pup, start stepping away during dinner before it turns into a real problem. And we haven't even touched the habits that most people mistake for bad behavior or attitude. Number 9 is the real game changer. Number 6. Why do they suddenly tear through the house like a maniac? Nothing is broken. In fact, life is perfect. Experts call this frenetic random activity. Plain and simple. Zoomies happen because dogs were built over millennia to travel 30 miles every single day. Your pet covers 30 feet of carpet instead. That massive energy builds up with no exit strategy. Once it hits the breaking point, the system just explodes into pure movement. You'll see it on lazy nights, after a bath, or when things feel a bit tense at home. During a frap, their eyes widen into 3 to 8 minutes of pure, unadulterated chaos. It's a total biological reboot, completely normal. Your only job is saving the fragile stuff from the path. Number 7. Why is your dog stashing snacks inside your sheets? You've found strange things under the pillow that make no sense. Well, here's the truth. That mattress is the most saturated source of your personal scent in the whole building. In their world of smells, that bed is the most defended and claimed territory you own. Using canine logic, it's basically a high-security vault for anything they consider precious. This hoarding urge is primal. It dates back to when tomorrow's meal was never a sure thing. It shows up even in spoiled pups because deep-seated instincts don't care about a full bowl. They really do forget, though. Their mental map for these secret stashes is pretty hit or miss. Your dog might honestly have no clue there's a petrified treat wedged behind your headboard. Check often, but don't get mad. They aren't choosing to do it. Number 8. Why the crying whimper? In 2018, London researchers finally validated what dog lovers have sensed for decades. Pups react to our sadness with something the researchers officially called empathic concern. It isn't just a learned habit. It's actually something very close to human compassion. When those tears fall, your dog picks up on 3 major shifts happening all at once. Your breath changes, your heart speeds up, and your internal chemistry takes a sharp turn. The chemical scent on your skin and in your tears screams emergency to their sensitive nose. They might not know why you're hurting, but they certainly feel the heavy vibe in the room. That soft whimper is their own stress showing, sparked directly by seeing you in pain. Some will lick your face, while others bring toys because sharing resources is their way of helping. Others just lean in and stay perfectly still. It's a different language, but the message is I'm here. I feel it too. Number 9. Why do they lay on your suitcase? We told you we'd cover this. Here we go. Your dog has made an incredibly sharp connection in their catalog of behaviors. A suitcase signals your disappearance. The moment that luggage hits the floor, their entire strategy pivots. Blocking it isn't a tantrum, it's tactical. If the bag stays empty, the trip can't happen. Considering their options, it's a remarkably clever maneuver. Rubbing against your gear is a dual-layered scent exchange, claiming you while they soak you in. They're painting you with their scent while soaking in yours. It's a chemical way of refusing to let go. When they start hiding your keys or ruining your gear, it's never about getting even. They are having a genuine internal crisis. That needs a patient training plan, not a scolding. 10. Why do they taste the air? They use the vomeronasal organ, a specialized sensor tucked in their palate. It identifies complex chemical signatures that a standard nose simply cannot detect. Flicking the tongue pushes molecules toward this sensor for an analysis deeper than any sniff. It's like jumping from standard resolution to high definition. The standard version is just a few air-lick simple sensory data gathering, but constant, rhythmic licking of the air without a clear reason is a different story. This often points to physical issues like nausea or tooth pain. The movement provides a momentary distraction. That is a classic anxiety response. If it happens 10 times an hour, call the vet. Number 11. Why do they turn their back on you? Most people get the logic totally wrong. In the wild, the spine is a predator's most vulnerable point. Turning that blind spot toward you is the most profound gesture of safety they have. It signals they are 100% sure you won't strike while their guard is down. When they lean their weight against you while facing away, they are making a massive social statement. It isn't a snub. It's the canine way of saying, I trust you with my life. Facing the room while touching you means they've actually clocked into guard duty for your sake. They watch the horizon so you don't have to. You watch my tail, I'll watch the door. A dog that refuses to turn away is a dog that doesn't quite feel safe yet. You will know it when you see it. Number 12. Why they swipe snacks off the table. From their perspective, they did nothing wrong. Ownership isn't part of a dog's moral code. In pack life, the food belongs to whoever is currently standing over it. An unguarded plate is just an available resource. Every instinct they possess says it's fair game. That guilty look isn't a conscience. It's a reaction to your frustrated body language. They've learned that certain patterns usually end with you becoming very intimidating. They aren't making a connection to the food, they are just scared right now. Scolding them later only teaches them to fear you for reasons they can't grasp. Only real-time management or catching them mid-act will actually work. 13. That howling isn't just sorrow. It's a high-stakes emergency broadcast. In nature, it's an acoustic beacon designed to pull a scattered family back together across miles. Your dog can't distinguish between a quick errand and you being gone forever. Their world vanished. They are simply shouting their coordinates, waiting for a reply. Data shows this vocalizing usually peaks within 20 minutes before they finally settle down. This means the noise is front-loaded, and more importantly, the issue is very fixable. Slow, steady practice with being alone can resolve this for the vast majority of cases. Start with 2-minute intervals and return before the panic peaks. Scolding only fuels the fire. Number 14. The reason they thrash their toys around. That violent side-to-side whip is actually a primal hunting move meant to finish off small prey. One perfectly timed neck snap can instantly sever the spine of a rodent or a rabbit. This instinct is etched so deep in their nervous system that they don't even think about it. That high-pitched squeal hits a primal nerve. It is the sound of a struggling catch, telling their brain the hunt is a success. When they fling it and dive back in, they are not just playing. They are reenacting the age-old dance of the chase. Lapdogs or hunters, it makes no difference. Biology ignores the couch. If they want to thrash that toy, let them. Few things satisfy a modern canine's mind quite like this raw, mental workout. 15. Ever wonder why they dodge the lens? To them, that glass lens is a giant, staring eye, hovering far too close for comfort. In their world, a steady gaze is not love. It is a power move, a direct challenge to their safety. An eye that never wavers or blinks breaks every rule of polite doggy etiquette. Your phone is that intruder. Staring. Frozen. Unblinking. Throw in a blinding flash, and a tense moment becomes a crisis. They are not being stubborn. They are just following ancient code to survive a threat. Try an angled shot instead. Ditch the flash and use snacks to flip the script. Their peace of mind beats any Instagram post. Why the constant licking? We save the best for last. Social grooming. Grooming each other is how mammals forge and protect the ties that bind them together. It begins at birth. Mothers lick to kickstart lungs, move blood, and whisper, "You are safe." This link between licking and absolute security is forged long before they even see the light. That feeling lingers forever. When they lick you, they are tapping into that first, deep memory. They are tidying up a family member, blending scents to mark you as part of the pack. Location is key. Face licks after work are a decon routine, wiping away the outside world's strange smells. If they focus on one spot, they might be performing a real-time medical scan. Canines have sniffed out tumors and blood sugar spikes through what seemed like simple, loving kisses. That baby habit of nudging a mother's mouth for food and care, they never quite outgrow it. A face lick is their way of crowning you the most vital person in their entire universe, their home base, their safe harbor. That sandpaper tongue speaks the oldest dialect humans ever learned. It is a 15,000-year-old ceremony of recognition that is still going strong. Now you are fluent. If this shifted your perspective, pass it to someone who loves their pup. Hit follow and tell us which habit your dog mimics most. We catch every single response.